with Mo.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Here we are with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, Ernie Johnson. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder playing against the Los Angeles Lakers. Last game for the Lakers, they ended up with a loss to the Grizzlies in Memphis. That game was a shootout. Defense will be the key tonight for them to bounce back with a win. And tonight, get ready for some highlights. 2 lightning-quick, high-flying clubs. Kenny, when you have teams as athletic as these, how can one side carve out an advantage?
Poise. That's it. You want to be athletic, but you also want to be level-headed. You got to have a combination of the two. You got to execute your plays, and you just don't rely on your physical gifts because that could be detrimental.
And not only that, A&B, FAE.
What's that?
Avoid mistakes, be fast and efficient.
Wow. FMB.
Where do you come up with that?
FAE?
A&B, FAE.
Okay.
Avoid mistakes,
Okay.
be fast and efficient.
God, man, that's quick and fast and
It's
hurry.
going to be an exciting matchup. That's what I was trying to say.
Okay.
You're the first person who's ever said that.
AMB.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
We're coming at you from the Peak, Chesapeake Energy Arena in beautiful Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, as the Thunder prepare to take the floor. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, our game analysts, and from the sideline, David Aldridge. This game marks the end of a road trip for the Lakers. They're looking to snag one here before heading home. They've been playing very well lately. It's been 4 wins for them in their last 5 games.
And when I look at the Lakers, their season has been exactly the kind of misadventure their fans were afraid it might be.
And with the major changes we know are coming, now you have players fighting for their jobs, trying to prove they deserve to be here beyond the end of this season.
And now, before we get to the tip-off, let's find out what Billy Donovan had to share with our David Aldridge. David.
Well, guys, he said, we know what we have to do to beat this team because we've already done it once this year. And when I asked him about changing things up in the second meeting, he said, why would we? Until they prove they can handle us, we're not changing a thing. Sounds like he's pretty happy with the formula that won that first game. Guys?
Thanks so much, David. And now teams getting into the middle of the season. The truth is, it's a grind, Doris. You know it. You've covered it, 82 games. In your opinion, is that the right amount in terms of 82 games in a regular season?
I would say to you, it doesn't matter if it's the right amount. I think the reality is this is the business of the NBA. It's been 82 games for as long as I can remember, certainly in my lifetime of fandom, Kevin. So the reality is what we need to do is address the schedule. And you're starting to see that, shortening the preseason, stretching out those windows where you're not getting 4 games in 5 nights and the back-to-backs, particularly when there's back-to-back on national television. 82 games is going nowhere from a business standpoint. Let's make those 82 games the best we can by lengthening the season.
And now the Lakers starting group. Caldwell Pope is the 2 with Ingram playing small forward. Randall is the 4 with Lopez in the middle. And it's Ball in at the point. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. They double him with George. Ingram wide open. Good on the 3-point shot. Ingram's got the first bucket of the game with the 3 for the Lakers. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
And Paul George kind of made it known of his desire to leave for LA after this season, but big risk for the Thunder to make that move and trade for him.
Free throw good, Paul George. And for Paul George, who knows what the future holds for him, but Greg, he is a great fit, it would seem, for the Thunder.
Listen, you give the Thunder another star to pair with Westbrook, and they're taking a leap of faith here with George.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
Well, you got to love the passion of Paul George. He plays with his heart. I mean, this guy, a standout player who has the drive to be an all-time great.
And the shot is good.
I'll tell you, such a tremendous rhythm to that sequence. Great player movement, great ball movement on the lead pass.
Ball kicks to Randall. They double him with George. Out to the right wing. In the corner, it's Ingram. Shoots it up. Westbrook pulls it in. And so here is Oklahoma City. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Guys, there's so many great scorers in our league. It makes it tough to get stops, but somehow they were able to do it consistently in that one.
Well, obviously props to them for playing lockdown defense. They looked flustered throughout the game. Nothing came easy to their opponent. That was well done.
And here's the fast break. Paul leading the way. Up again. It's hauled in by Adams. The Thunder have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Here's Anthony. Misses from close range.
Boy, they wanted to hit the ground running today, but it hasn't happened. Just 1 for 5 from the field.
Now, here's Ball. He's covered closely, and it's out of bounds. The Lakers able to retain possession here. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. It's Ingram on the wing. Anthony on the double team. 5 on the clock. Here's Randall. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Oh, a lapse defensively, and they actually get away with it. Bad idea to leave him open consistently, though.
The shot's good from Westbrook.
Well, the concentration of Westbrook, right? The defense is in his grill, and he's sinking tough jumpers.
Pass to Randall. Anthony on the double team. Now, here's Ball. He's covered by Westbrook. They get it back. Good on the shot.
Well, this team likes to see Lopez working hard on the glass. That's a part of his game he must continue to improve upon.
Anthony missing again.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
Shot clock reset for Los Angeles. Randall no good. For Oklahoma City, they've gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Shot's good by Anthony.
And after missing 4 straight, he finally gets one to go.
Now, here's Ball. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Here's George. Second chance shot. And Westbrook with the layup. Westbrook's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, you like the intensity because Russell Westbrook can keep possessions alive with that hustle.
That's tipped. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That's his first foul. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter.
Well, you love the tenacity. Paul George cannot be contained when he gets near the 10.
Lakers trail by 6. Ball kicks to Randall. Here's Lopez, and Adams sends it back. And now the fast break. George with the ball. And it's George finishing it off.
And right now, they have all the momentum. I mean, just look at the score.
No, there's no doubt. You can see it. The lead continues to grow. They're not slowing down. I love the pressure they're applying.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give them 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And Julius Randle, that 7th pick back in the 14 draft out of Kentucky, was a 5-star recruit out of high school and was able to help get the Wildcats to the championship round. So this is a guy who is used to the spotlight.
Two shots.
The first one falls. And Julius Randle with an intriguing game, a great rebounder. He's a pretty good ball handler for his size, too.
Yeah, he likes to rip it and run, and very athletic when he gets ahead of steam, and, boy, he can be tough to contain.
He doesn't get the second one. Oklahoma City leading by 7. Here's Ferguson. That's in there. Anthony with the assist.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
LA's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Ball kicks to Ingram. A three-pointer is right on target. Ingram's got 6.
And really, Ingram is consistent in nailing these perimeter shots. Gotta get a hand up or he's gonna make you pay. Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And here is Los Angeles now, following the score by Oklahoma City. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
Lakers shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
What's up?
That free throw good from Randle. And the Lakers, Greg, have acquired some intriguing young talent. Do you see this group blossoming into elite status?
Unbelievable. The absolute ferocity from Russell Westbrook. The rim. My goodness, how you feeling?
And that last replay, courtesy of Under Armour. Another unleashed chaos moment. Goes up, and the dunk by Westbrook.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
And the way he went about it, no better way to increase the lead and energizes your teammates.
Lopez a screen. It's tipped. Taken away by Anthony. Over ball. And there's another one for the Thunder.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
Yeah, I just thought their energy was lacking defensively. Just gave up way too many easy shots.
And when the defense isn't there, Greg, you really open up the floodgates for the other team. They didn't have any heart. You know, you see Russell Westbrook now, and you just assume he's going to put up a triple-double. I don't think we thought we'd ever see somebody average that for an entire season. But what an incredible accomplishment last year, and turned the NBA upside down with that feat.
Get a chance to check out the numbers for Lonzo Ball. 8th in assists, and he's in the top 20 in steals, bringing that focus and intensity at both ends.
And his floor awareness is undeniable. As you pointed out, top 10 in assists, and he's great at drawing the defense and making the perfect pass in stride. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Well, this is the classic hot hand, right? If he can keep it up, their lead will be safe.
And Westbrook with an incredible year in the triple-double average. He also broke Oscar Robertson's record for most triple-doubles in a single season. Doris, wonderful ceremony with the two of them on the last day of last season.
What's incredible to me is Westbrook is already 4th on the all-time triple-double list. Think about it. He's in his prime, and he could pass names like the Big O, Magic Johnson, and Jason Kidd. This is truly extraordinary.
That's good from Westbrook.
I don't know what to talk about first. The explosiveness, the smarts. This guy, Russell Westbrook, one of the best athletes in the league and just getting smarter and smarter about how to attack.
Caldwell Pope kicks to Lopez. Back to Caldwell Pope. And nothing is falling for him right now. Here's George. Oh!
Goodness.
Wow.
Now, Paul George is an exceptional athlete and demonstrating his insane dunking skills there. Get this guy in the dunk competition.
Ingram kicks to Randall. They double him with George. Out to the right wing. Lopez, a screen on Westbrook. To the middle, off the pick. And that one's good by Lopez. Lopez has got his second basket of the night.
Boy, love watching Brook Lopez go to work. Superb at playing to his strengths down on the box.
Adams' shot is off. Lakers trail by 14. Ingram with it. George picks him up. Randall with a screen for Ingram. Here's Caldwell Pope, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And one of the more surprising moves this past offseason was when the Pistons let KCP go. Two sides couldn't see eye to eye on a contract, and eventually they let him be an unrestricted free agent.
Two shots.
First one falls for him. And Greg, Caldwell Pope ultimately ends up on the Los Angeles Lakers. Strange to see such a talented player get renounced by his old team, the Detroit Pistons.
Yeah, you just don't see that very often. And after the Bradley trade, the Pistons seemed ready to move on. Lucky for the Lakers to pick up a player like Caldwell Pope so late in free agency.
And Caldwell Pope drops them both.
Yeah, much improved foul shooter. KCP also starting to get to the line at a higher rate.
Takes the 13-footer, rebounded by the Lakers. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
And they'll want to show that they're a much better team than they demonstrated last time out against these guys. At the very least, avoid another blowout.
Well, so many of their problems stem from turnovers. They simply could not take care of the ball, and it cost them in that matchup.
The Thunder leading by 12. Westbrook kicks to Grant, and the dunk by Grant.
And when you build a big lead like this, especially early, you have to guard against the letdown.
No, exactly right. You can't afford to get complacent, right? They have to stay hungry and humble if they want to keep this lead.
Patterson, that's good. Patterson's got his first bucket in this one.
I mean, you got to be honest, though. The transition defense just has been lacking.
Clarkson with the ball. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Pass to Kuzma. The three. No good on that one. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. Goes up on the wing, and Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Now, here's Clarkson. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game, and it's good for 2.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Back to Westbrook. The rebound by Caldwell Pope.
Boy, a kickout's probably a better option when the defense is swarming around like that.
The shot by Clarkson, no good. Oklahoma City leading by 16. Here's Westbrook. And the layup's good off the glass. Westbrook's got 15 points.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
And the Lakers call time here. Doris, as we know, you were born in New York, grew up in New Jersey, lots of basketball talent in those areas. Who were some local players who influenced you early on?
Well, 1983 is the year the Philadelphia 76ers won the NBA championship, and that team was the epitome of cool, Kevin, right? You had the masterful doctor, the power of Moses Malone, but you know who I tried to emulate? Mo Cheeks.
No kidding.
Yeah, the steady, heady point guard who could make big shots and come up with a timely steal. I couldn't be the doctor. I couldn't fly like the doc, so Mo Cheeks was my guy.
Ennis, he's checked in for the Lakers. And a look now at the breakdown between 3-point and 2-point shots attempted here tonight for the Lakers.
And they've got really good balance here. I mean, the three ball hadn't been the strongest weapon today for them, but I'd say keep the dose just about the same. Don't change the recipe. When you've got that open shot, you got to take it.
Lakers trail by 18. And the pass to Hart. He feeds it to Clarkson. Ennis in the corner, puts up a three. He can't get that one. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. Eustace passes to Felton. Here's Patterson. Kuzma pulls it in.
He definitely got nervous at the rim. I mean, he needs to make sure he finishes strong.
From past the arc, it's good. The assist that time from Ennis.
How on earth did they let him get that wide open?
Here's Westbrook. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Westbrook's got 17.
Boy, what has gotten into him? He's taken his game to an unreal level this quarter.
Passes it to Hart. The layup off target.
Boy, the defense collapsing and throwing him off balance on his way to the cup.
Here's Eustace. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Clarkson with the ball. Now Felton defending. Clarkson dishes to Nance. Patterson bringing the double. Pass to Hart. Shot clock at 6. Here's Ennis. He can't hit that time. And it's Oklahoma City the other way. Here's Grant. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And really focused on establishing dominance down low. And guys, it's working.
Oh, no doubt. I think they've controlled the paint. They've used their size and strength to get off any shot they want.
Here's the screen. Clarkson. And again, no good by the Lakers. Oklahoma City leading by 19 points. Eustace kicks to Westbrook. And finished off by Westbrook.
I don't know if you can do it any better on both ends than they have tonight.
I don't think you can ask for anything more, Greg. What a wonderful job establishing a lead early in this one.
And here's Ennis. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Expanding his range. Here's Hart. The rebound by Patterson. Patterson's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Westbrook. Rebounded by the Lakers. There's 31 seconds left here in the first quarter. Ennis with the ball. Guarded now by Patrick Patterson. Out of bounds. Oklahoma City takes possession. .24 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Westbrook. It's good, and that takes him to 77% shooting this game, 10 for 13.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Now Ennis. Nans a screen. Ennis kicks to Clarkson. Here's Hart. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket. We're at the end of the first quarter, and what a blowout already in this one. Thunder out in front, running away with this one. And we'll return shortly. And power forward Patrick Patterson, getting better every season. He said that his college career at Kentucky really helped prepare him for his life as a pro.
I think my 3 years at Kentucky, caused what I am now, as far as being a sound player, a guy who's not all about himself, who puts his team first and who works hard and who doesn't talk back, who doesn't do the negative things. He's a team player, he's a team guy, and he works hard.
Patterson Clark, exactly the guy he says he is, and that's why he's one of those glue guys you've got to have on your team.
And the kind of guy who his teammates love, because they know he's always going to have their back, always going to work hard, and always going to bring it.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And guys, we've seen the Thunder really take control here.
I think they play great D and not giving up anything easy early on.
You love that they're making the offense work, right? Making every single thing they try to do hard.
Taking a look at the Lakers. We've got Ennis. He's out there with Jordan Clarkson. Hart is out there with Larry Nance. And it's Kuzma in at the 4 slot. There's a screen. Fires, high post, no good off the front iron. Oklahoma City shooting 65%, an outstanding offensive display from them. Yep, it counts.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And Los Angeles guys shooting 23% from the field. That's not going to get it done. Now here's Ennis. He's covered by Felton. And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. And so the ball is out of bounds. Clarkson touched it last. These players have excelled at setting up their teammates this month. The 2K leaderboard shows us the recent assist leaders. Russell Westbrook is second.
Really been in sync with his teammates over that period. I mean, his passing has been phenomenal.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Ferguson's checked in. Julius Randle's checked in for the Lakers. All comes in for Tyler Ennis. Lakers have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter.
Well, if you think back to last season, guys, the narrative was that Russell Westbrook had zero help on this roster. To be completely honest, I thought it was unfair to the pieces that were around Russell Westbrook and the job they did playing their roles to exactly the standard this organization wanted.
He just punishes you on the backboard. I mean, it's pretty deflating for a team trailing big and still giving up second chance opportunities.
I think he senses a team on the ropes and he's looking to put them away. That killer instinct is shining through once again.
And what the fans are saying is that Westbrook, Doris, just needs more help around him.
Well, certainly the acquisition of Paul George should relieve some pressure on Russell Westbrook because now he's teamed along yet another superstar.
Well, Thunder have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Ferguson's shot is good. Ferguson's got his second basket of the game.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Timeout called the Lakers. Doris, some players, no matter how hard they try, can't make free throws in games. You spent a lot of your playing time at the line, playing guard for Providence. Why do you think this mental block is there for some players?
It's amazing the power of the mind relative to sports performance, right, Kevin?
Yes.
Because I do believe very often this can be much more about the mental than the physical side of it. Think back to Shaquille O'Neal, Dwight Howard, guys who are physically massive and they say the size of their hand impacts their ability to shoot it. But to me, there is no question about it that sometimes it's just you're afraid. It's like the yips in golf. You just can't figure it out. And it becomes a scary place to be, standing alone on the free throw line.
Good comparison.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
Well, I think they've got to ramp up the pressure. There's no excuse for letting them score at will in the paint. Make them feel you.
Now a different look for Oklahoma City. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Patterson. Anthony comes in for Eustace. And George is subbed in for Grant. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Randall, and Randall throws it down.
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine, Kev.
Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. On up the court. Here's George, and George with the stuff.
Incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk. Ball kicks to Randall, dishes it to Lopez. And the dunk by Lopez.
Boy, you love Lopez's effort. This guy dunking is easy for him, right? He's close to the rim, 7 foot. Come on now.
And Anthony gets it to go.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Randall with a screen for Ball. Dives for it. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Hart. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Here's Ball. Off target with his 3.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Anthony can't hit.
As long as they can hang on to this lead, he won't have to answer for what's been an off night for him.
It's blocked. Here's George, and George with the stuff.
How about Paul George? Puts it on the deck, uses that explosive quickness. This guy is really hard to contain.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Ball with it. Now Felton defending. Here's Ingram. He has 6. They double him with George. 4 on the shot clock. And the Lakers with another miss. The Thunder have gone 8 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Really flowing here. Anthony's shot is off.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
No, exactly, Greg. Especially when the ball is that deep inside. You've got to respect how he altered that shot.
Now, here is George. Defense is right there. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Julius Randle picks one up.
Well, make no mistake, Paul George is a physical guy. He will not shy away from contact on these moves.
Well, Paul George has made himself into one of the premier two-way perimeter players in the NBA. I think you have to put him in that category with Kawhi Leonard and LeBron James. He can take over a game in every facet, guys.
And he knocks down the first one. Endorse Paul George, capable of carrying a team offensively while also locking down the other team's top wing threat.
And that, to me, Kev, is one of the hardest things to do in this league. To expend the energy necessary to be an elite two-way player, Paul George is the real deal.
And both free throws good for Paul George. Lakers shooting just 26% out there, a terrible showing from an offense capable of much better. Randall kicks to Ball. Lopez passes the ball. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look, and the Lakers with another miss.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Felton can't get it to go.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's not how you capitalize on the offensive end. You simply have to be more patient.
Here's Randall, and Randall throws it down.
And Ball sets up his teammates, and when they're open, quick to whip it around. One of the best ball movers in the league.
Count that one.
In the mid-range. Rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
And Brook Lopez, the bucket on the assist by Ball. 8 points for Brook Lopez.
Boy, the score would look a lot different if his teammates could have had the kind of night he's had.
Here's Anthony. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Now, just such a high percentage look, but with Melo, it's almost just a given. Tough to stop.
Ball dishes to Ingram. And it's sent back by George. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. And that one's good, Anthony. Anthony's got 8.
I'll tell you, what a start in the first quarter, and now he's taking it to a new level here in the second.
Ball kicks to Lopez. Ball with it. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Adams against Lopez. Adams down low. That shot, no good. LA has gotten into trouble with the 3-ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Picked by Randall. Ingram kicks to Caldwell Pope. Adams brings the double team. No one near Randall as he lets it go. Misses the 3. Adams down low. He's defended by Randall. Comes up empty down low. Ingram kicks to Lopez. The 3-pointer off the mark. Oklahoma City shooting so well, 63% the offense working as one cohesive unit. Here's George. He's still up. Now he is 9 of 10.
Well, there's no quit in Paul George's game. Sticking with the possession, rewarded because of his hustle.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Stolen by George. Here's Ferguson. A baseline J. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Ferguson's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Down low. Plays it in off the pretty alley-oop.
And you have to admire how Ingram is constantly looking for his shot on offense. His aggressive mindset, always a thorn in the D's side.
And that one, good.
And no doubt they've been the more efficient team in this first half.
Well, I think they're getting quality shots, and it's thanks to how aggressive they have been in this half.
Thunder with the rebound. George has got his 3rd rebound tonight. Adams with it. He's picked up by Lopez. Doesn't get it to drop for him.
Well, I'll tell you, it hasn't been his best quarter, but we know he won't get discouraged. This guy will keep grinding.
And it's Ingram missing.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
And the Lakers, Greg, for a long time could rely on the lure of Los Angeles to draw top free agents. History does a lot, it seems.
Yeah, Paul George listing them on his short list shows they still have that pull, but the Lakers will be big players in free agency, I believe, in the near future.
Drive by Adams. 2 points. That one goes. Adams has got 6 here in this quarter.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Ball kicks to Lopez. Ball's knocked loose. And here we go, Anthony heading to the hoop. The shot's good on the assist by George. Anthony's got 10.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shot's now starting to fall.
Feeds it to Lopez. Caldwell Pope outside. He dishes it to Randall. And that time, also a missed shot.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last. And a moment here to look at where the shots have been coming from for Oklahoma City.
And everything he's touched has turned to gold. If you are on defense, you have to make sure all 5 players know exactly where he is at all times, because if he gets a sliver of a look, he'll get it done.
.151 left in the first half of the game. And that one's good, George.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Pass to Kuzma. Lets it go from deep. Westbrook pulls it in. Westbrook's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
I'll tell you, he hasn't been able to find the mark all night. It's a big reason they're staring at this deficit. Boy, the consistency he's had tonight has been impressive, really steady from the field.
Lopez got it. Good job in the low post. Lopez has got 6 points in the quarter. Oklahoma City shooting an impressive 65%, having their way with this defense. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
And one thing you have to say about Russell Westbrook, he is an absolute star. I mean, the type of player you can build around and win with. Just the total package on the offensive end of the floor.
The first one falls. The numbers Westbrook put up last season in his MVP run, Greg, just staggering.
And you figured his numbers would get a bump, but I don't think anybody could have expected this guy to average a triple-double. I mean, arguably the most impactful superstar in the league.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Hart's checked in. And both free throws good for Paul George.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
The Lakers shooting a cool 28% in the second quarter. The pass to Kuzma. Here's Hart. And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here.
All right, a chance here to check out the stats for Paul George. The last 10 or so games, he has been remarkable. 12th in three-point field goal percentage, and he's right up there in the top 20 in scoring. Certainly a force to be reckoned with offensively.
And no one's been able to guard him out there. Defender's been trying to get physical with him, but time and time again, he just shrugs him off and drills it. A shot by Clarkson, no good. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Kuzma can't get it to go. And so here is Oklahoma City. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. They get the rebound, and the shot will not go from Houston. Lakers shooting a disastrous 25% from the field so far. Now here's Ennis. He's covered by Westbrook. Nance a screen, jacks up a 3, hits it from three-point range. Now here's Westbrook over Ennis. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's Oklahoma City with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. Their defense has been active and effective. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Carmelo, looked like the offense was really working there. How were you guys able to get things going so well?
We got vets. We got guys that know how to play basketball. We come together as a team. We're doing that, and we're just trying to take it one day at a time. That's it.
Well, thanks for your time, Carmelo. See you in the second half. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. Time for the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. An outstanding first quarter for Paul George. He had 27 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 block. Kenny, let's get your take on Oklahoma City.
Well, they were dishing out dimes left and right, and the guys were finishing strong. As a team, they seem to be always thinking, always looking for the best shot. If they keep sharing the ball this way, the second half could be more lopsided than the first.
Shaq, your take on the Lakers.
Well, their sloppy play really surprised me, especially the turnovers. No matter who they had out there, they never seemed to be on the same page. Their only hope is to make every possession count, and that means taking care of the ball.
That'll do it for now. The second half of action coming right up.
Welcome back to Oklahoma City, everyone. You can see Chesapeake Energy Arena there in the background as the cars stream down I-40. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, anything can happen. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
And how disruptive was he in that first half? I mean, creating havoc, causing turnovers, and really energizing his team.
Well, didn't you get the sense, Greg, that this entire team fed off his energy? His remarkable effort on the defensive end really triggered this group.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So for Oklahoma City right now, Westbrook and Ferguson, their backcourt. Anthony is out there with Steven Adams. And it's George in at the 3 spot. Oklahoma City shooting 61%, showing all the indications of an offense that is locked in.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Ball, the pass to Lopez. And it's off from three-point range. Adams in the high post. The shot, no good. Good D by Lopez. And here is Ingram. There's the dish to ball. Here's Lopez. Good for his 6th make in a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
And with Lopez, he has so many weapons. Right now, he's putting all of them to work.
You look at the success that Coach Billy Donovan has had both at the college level at Florida and his first few years in the NBA at Oklahoma City. Doris, he very much feels at home in playoff and pressure situations.
Well, certainly Billy D has a lot of experience managing a team in a postseason setting. This is a guy who always tinkers during the regular season to find different angles to help his guys. Billy Donovan, one of those guys increasingly who you don't want to see in a 7-game series.
Ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track. Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
Yeah, starting to look like it's taking its toll mentally. He doesn't look like himself.
Doris, seems like every position on the floor is doing more multitasking these days, asked to do more, play differently. So when you're thinking about guards, which do you think do the best job of generating offense, say, out of the post?
Well, the preeminent player that comes to mind is Dwayne Wade. And this is a guy who at his prime athletically was as good in the transition game as anybody in the history of the game. I know you had certain NBA analysts who have called him arguably one of the best 2 guards to ever play it. The current iteration of this guy is probably DeMar DeRozan, right? We talk about the loss of the mid-range. Well, DeMar DeRozan is excellent in the mid-range, and now they're starting to put him in the low post and let him use his size and his length to create a little fadeaway jump shot. Really pretty to watch and effective for any number of guards.
You nailed it. Both shots good from the stripe. And you watch the Thunder play, and they are just so physical with teams. They will bump you inside and outside and do everything they can do to let you know they are going to lock things down.
Well, look up and down the roster, Kevin, and you're going to see very physical players. Steven Adams and Russell Westbrook set the tone. But you can't expect to play the Thunder and not be needing a little ice bath after the game.
Second team foul. The Thunder have gone 0-4 from the field in the second half, yet to find the mark. Here's Westbrook, and the dunk by Westbrook.
Russell Westbrook making the game look easy. A shoot-first point guard who can catch fire.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Ball kicks to Randall. There's the feed to Ball. Lopez a screen. Ball with the bucket.
Boy, defender taken out of the play with a rock-solid screen. No way he's going to get through that.
Adams. And Adams with the slam.
Russell Westbrook with his head on a swivel. He understands where his guys are at all times.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Lopez. Carmelo Anthony grabs the board. Thunder have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. They get it again. Adams' shot is good. Adams has got 10 points in the game.
Listen, we know Steven Adams is one of the best offensive rebounders in the NBA. You've got to have great awareness about him on the glass.
Now Ingram. He's got 10. Here's Lopez. Lopez missing again. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Here's Ferguson. A second chance effort. And Westbrook with the nice bucket inside. Westbrook's got 31.
Well, the blinding speed of Russell Westbrook to change ends and get to the cup.
There's the screen. Randall dishes to Ingram. Picked by Randall. Off the screen. And it's off the back rim. No good. The Thunder have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Snatched up. Anthony with the bucket. 12 points for him.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Randall with the ball. 8 points for him. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 10 rebounds. Adams' shot is good.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Lakers have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. They set the pick. Lopez a screen. Now here's Ingram. Not a lot of room. It's stolen by Adams. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Raymond Felton, he's checked in for Ferguson. Here's ball. Picked by Randall. Caldwell Pope kicks to ball. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Adams. Here's George. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It goes on Brandon Ingram.
Yeah, Kev, you got to love the penetration by
shots,
Paul
gentlemen.
George. He's really quick on his feet, and the defense cannot handle him right now.
And as you would expect, Steven Adams has grown into a larger role with this team. Really came in as a guy who could defend and rebound, but starting to become more of a factor within their offensive framework.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from George. And Greg, with Adams, he hasn't just been given more opportunity to display what he can do on offense. He's earned it.
You hit it right on the head. And, you know, as an example, a guy that was a bad free throw shooter, all of a sudden he became respectable because of his work ethic last season. Much more nimble in the paint than most would think. Just good awareness, and he knows when to pick his spots.
And Doris, it's nice to see Brook Lopez the last few seasons stay relatively healthy.
Well, I think for 7-footers, anyone who plays on the interior, you can get such wear and tear on the body. I think he's taken motivation from those injuries, and he's making the most of his time on the court.
Thunder have gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, Steven Adams is a guy who understands his role. He wants to play hard-nosed defense. He wants to score at any time he's got a deep touch in the paint. Love his approach. Well, obviously, the biggest impact Steven Adams has for this team is his ability to be a defensive force in the middle. This guy carves up space, takes away any would-be penetrators, solid rim protection, just an unbelievable guy on the interior.
2 shots.
And he makes the first. More on Adams, Doris. Not only is he a shot-blocking presence, but also will come up with a good amount of steals for a big man.
And that's an area, Kev, where Adams has really improved recently. For his size, he's got great agility and great anticipation in the paint. And I like that there's no hesitation to rotate and challenge any player he switches onto.
And so Adams nails both of them. Here's Ball. Caldwell Pope outside. Adams brings the double team. The open shot, Randall. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Boy, they leave an area of the floor totally unprotected, and he lets it go to waste.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. And it's Ball in the corner. Los Angeles with another miss.
I'll tell you, if he keeps missing shots, it's going to be a tough night to try to trim this lead.
Felton can't get it to go. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Caldwell Pope outside. Ball with a wide open look. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Ball's got 5 points now in the quarter. Randall grabs the board.
If you try something like that, you better be sure to complete it.
Now, here's Ball. 5 points in the game. Picked by Randall. Caldwell Pope for 3. Offensive rebound. That shot off the mark. Oklahoma City shooting a troubling 38% in the third. Not the finest work of this offense.
Boy, this guy has been transcendent this quarter. Something really lit a fire underneath this guy.
Ball kicks to Caldwell Pope. He feeds it to Ingram. Lopez sets a screen for Ingram. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
And how about the deceptive strength of Ingram, just willing his shots in over the defense?
And Brandon Ingram, the second overall pick in 2016 out of Duke. What do you make of his rookie season?
You know, very much a work in progress. You have to remember how young he is. Didn't turn 19 until 3 months before the draft. And he's still rail thin. So he's got a chance to improve very quickly over the next few seasons as his body continues to mature.
And that one falls for Ingram.
And guys, really no ceiling on Ingram. This is a guy who has the potential to be a truly great player before it's all done.
Shoots from 12. And the shot will not go from Eustis. And Los Angeles guys shooting 41% from the floor so far in the third. Ingram kicks to Clarkson. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
It's so fascinating to look back on Thunder history because 3 current players who are dominating the league were together on the Oklahoma City Thunder: Harden, Durant, and Westbrook. In retrospect, the talent level on that team was unreal.
Two.
And the first one drops. And going back to the Thunder teams with the big 3 of Harden, Durant, and Westbrook, endures some bad luck with the Thunder during those seasons.
Well, first and foremost, they ran into a great Miami team in the NBA Finals. Then after Harden left, injuries to both Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook hampered their opportunities. Still, you think back, and if you're an Oklahoma City fan, you can marvel at the collection of talent you once had.
Here's Oklahoma City now. Here's Eustis. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
One shot.
Free throw good, Eustace. And Los Angeles guys shooting terribly up to this point, just 30%. Some ramshackle offense play there. Thunder shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And the foul called on Los Angeles.
Elbow. 2.
Greg, the one thing about Patrick Patterson out of Kentucky, he is a smart basketball player.
Yeah, he's not the best rebounder or shot blocker, but the advanced stats love him, and he gets the job done at both ends of the floor.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
You know, Kev, I remember when Patrick Patterson was coming out of high school. Major recruiting battle. Every school seemed to want this guy. Duke, Florida, you name it. But the Kentucky Wildcats win again.
And Patterson drops them both. Doris, wearable body tracking, such as sensors the teams use to determine stress load on players' bodies, how much they run during a game, during a practice, how fast they're going. Are we taking this thing too far?
You know, it's an excellent question. Listen, technology is increasing to the point where these teams now have a greater body of information with which to work. So I think just like we see in other areas of the game, analytics relative to team success, what's a good shot, what's a bad shot, the more information, the better. I think it comes down to an organizational decision. How much stress will we put on the information given by these particular body tracking monitors? I think it's got to be on a case-by-case basis. Certainly, the organizations will use it to the best of their abilities.
But if it helps the game, helps the players stay healthy, gives teams a better compass on how to use the players, I'm all for it.
Me too, Kev. Me too.
Ennis with the ball. Guarded now by Patrick Patterson. And here's Ennis. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And a miss there on the triple. Grant kicks to Westbrook. Nance gets the rebound. And Los Angeles guys shooting a troubling 38% in the third. Not the finest work of this offense. A shot by Ennis. Nobody around. Los Angeles with another miss. From 11 feet away, here's Eustace. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Nance a screen. They get a hand on it. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, and he was so quick to break on that one. A good sign that he read the play.
Felton the pass to Eustace. And it falls over the rim and in. Eustace has got 9 points in the quarter.
Exceptional play across the board. I love their tenacity, just piling it on at this point.
You know, and the beauty is it hasn't just been offense, right? It's been the defensive end as well. They're firing on all cylinders right now. Well, there is clearly a size mismatch, and from the mid-range, there's no way that shot's going to be blocked.
So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they've played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
There's the foul. It's on Patrick Patterson. That'll be his second foul of the game. Now here's Ennis. He's covered by Westbrook. To the paint, here's Kuzma. The rebound by Grant. Grant's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Westbrook. A second chance effort. And the shot will not go. from Eustis. And Los Angeles guys shooting a pretty sorry 29% from the floor here. Nance a screen. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
Boy, he's able to get to the hoop, Kev, because of that great solid screen.
And how about the 46th pick back in the 14 draft? Jordan Clarkson has certainly exceeded expectations thus far in his career. An athletic combo guard, he's really succeeded playing at both the 1 and 2.
Shooting 1.
Free throw good, Clarkson. And Greg, Jordan Clarkson, he has an offensive game, doesn't he?
He's able to shoot with range, and he can attack off the bounce as well. I think that enables him to kind of play on or off the ball. And I think he has a chance to be a really good two-way player in our league.
Well, the relentless energy with which Russell Westbrook plays, throws his body at the defense and picks up the foul.
He is 3 for 3 from the free throw line.
And the free throw line was a problem spot for him in their last game. Really struggled up there.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And the Thunder making a switch here. Ferguson's checked in. And Russell Westbrook drops them both. We've got 1:13 left in the third quarter of the game. Nance a screen. Ennis with the ball. Westbrook picks him up. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's his first foul of the game. And the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Lakers have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well.
2.
The first free throw is good.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
He's so frustrated. Hasn't had a make all game. It's making it very difficult for them to find any success.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Here's Clarkson. He has 6. 52 seconds left in the third. Patterson bringing the double. Clarkson against Grant. And that's out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession.
Lakers ball.
.40 seconds left in the third quarter. Shot clock at 5. Wide open look, and the basket is good. Clarkson's got 5 points in the quarter. And for the Thunder, they're shooting approximately 43% in the third quarter. Here's Patterson. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Well, the classic stretch 4, right? Patrick Patterson creates so much space when he hits these mid-range jumpers. Nice.
Patterson bringing the double. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Yeah, third turnover of the quarter, and he has got to value that basketball more.
.16 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Eustis. And he uses the glass on the layup. Eustis has got 11 points.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
I'll tell you, if you don't box out well, expect to get burned. You can't afford to give them second chance opportunities. Oh, he is one hard player to deal with at the offensive end.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Thunder out in front, just dominating this one. 2K Sports, back in a moment here in Oklahoma City. Let's take a listen to a recent huddle from Coach Billy Donovan.
Guys, good job hitting ahead. That means we're running, which is good, okay? We've got to pay attention right now, okay, and what we're doing coming out of timeouts.
Pushing the action, fast pace. Billy Donovan wants to keep them rolling it out.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing a good job in transition. They just need to stay focused and be efficient.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. Ivica Zubac is out there with Bryant. Then it's Ennis. Then there's Brewer. And it's Kuzma in at the small forward position.
That's nice technique on the glass. You know, you leverage your position and your size to pull that in.
Grant. The putback. It's good on the putback.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
The Lakers shooting only 31%. Their offense really struggling to put possessions together. Ennis dishes to Bryant. Back to Ennis. And Doris looking at the financial health of the league. Tremendous TV ratings with the finals coverage again. Nearly half the teams valued around $1 billion, which to me is just unfathomable. Are we in the golden age of professional basketball in this country, of the NBA?
I think certainly we are in one of the great generations for the NBA. And think about this. I know soccer is the most popular game worldwide, Kevin, but increasingly basketball beyond the borders of the United States is one of the most popular and fastest growing sports. So I don't think there's any question the NBA is at its peak of its popularity with no end in sight. And I think there's a reason for that. You know, I think there's something very tangible and touchable to the NBA fan. Look at a guy like Steph Curry. He looks like every man, and yet he's finding tremendous success. That's appealing to NBA fans of the next generation.
Inside, Zubac, that's good. Zubac has got 4 points in the quarter.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Singler, stolen by Zubac. From 12 feet out. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
You know, just what they were looking for right there. That's not a shot he's going to miss.
Pulls up on the wing. Good on the bucket.
Good job working the in-between area.
Yeah, I think if the defense is going to give that to him, he's got to take the opportunity. He uses his size and high release point on the jumper.
Patterson against Bryant. Passes it to Kuzma. Here's Zubac, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
You know, didn't need 2 hands for that slam. One will do just fine.
You're right. He can save the other hand for the next time. And the shot is good from Johnson. And here is Los Angeles now. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. Tries a 3. Zubac, great positioning on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Shoots from the baseline. Here's Johnson. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Kuzma's got 6 rebounds in the game. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Now here's Ennis. D right on him. 6 on the shot clock. And he comes off the screen and slams it through.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Oh, that's how you drive your point home right there. Here's Patterson. Tries again, and that's 2 points on the layup. Patterson's got 4 points in the quarter.
And one of the stories of the second half has been all of those second chance points. I mean, they have been terrific on the offensive backboard.
Kuzma passes to Bryant. Here's Kuzma. Patterson defending. Patterson bringing the double. Now here's Ennis. Guarded closely. Off the mark and a bad shot there.
I'll tell you, he's had a tough night. And if you're going to shake out of a slump, he is not going to do it with those kinds of shots.
Patterson, that's good.
Well, you have to get something out of that possession, and thanks to Patterson's work on the glass, heads-up play to score that.
Tipped away. Zubac kicks to Ennis. Pass to Kuzma. There's the double team with Grant. Takes a three, but they'll get another chance.
Well, 2 long-range bombs in the first, but that's stalled out right now.
And it's Patterson finishing it off.
Boy, Kev, what a day Patrick Patterson is having. The points coming in bunches. He has been superb.
Ennis kicks to Brewer. Lakers working the ball around now. Pass to Kuzma. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Well, you want to slow this man's roll right now if you're the defense, because you've got to make somebody else beat you. He's cooking right now.
Ennis kicks to Zubac. It's good, the assist that time from Ennis. Ennis has got his 7th assist here tonight.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
And Zubac picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Nick Collison's checked in for the Thunder. Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for the Lakers. Ball comes in for Tyler Ennis. Bucket is good.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Johnson over to help. Kicks to Bryant. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. Paul George, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Now, here's ball. Defended by George.
Out of bounds.
And that's out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession. Now, ball. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They get it back, and that one, good.
Boy, as aggressive as he's been, hitting all these shots, they're still behind.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Lonzo Ball picks one up. Shortening the preseason, adding a week to the regular season to avoid some back-to-backs. Doris, how much is that going to help the players, you think, stay healthy?
You know, this is a fascinating development in one of the areas where the NBA was so proactive in long-term health and well-being of their players. Kevin, I'm anxious to see. Everybody was frustrated by the number of preseason games. They didn't matter. And so I think by taking some of those games that have zero impact on the season, zero impact on how you evaluate and put your team together, is going to be critical to avoiding back-to-backs and the dreaded 4 games in 5 nights. I'm so excited to see how this plays out.
Doris, we're going to get a better product in the regular season. We're going to see players fresher, less injured. I mean, it's a win-win.
Agreed.
Both good from the line that time. LA has gone into a funk from downtown in the 4th. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Bryant dishes to Ingram. They double him with George. Here's Ball. Johnson with the block. Singler passes to George. Shoots over Ball. Almost, but it rolls out. The Lakers shooting a meager 37% for the game. They get a hand on it. And now the fast break. George with the ball. And George with the stuff.
Is Paul George the very definition of a go-to scorer? This guy is efficient from everywhere.
And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Zubac kicks to Brewer. Offline with his three.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
The shot that time, not on target. So the Lakers will take it the other way. Ingram with it. Now defended by Grant. Dishes it to Brewer. From outside, off the mark. Thunder shooting and hitting almost everything here in the fourth, up around 58% from the field.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
They set the pick. Bryant dishes the ball. That's in, coming off an assist from Bryant. And that's now 7 points for Lonzo Ball.
You know, after a first half of poor shooting, he is turning up the heat now.
The shot by George, no good. Lakers shooting and hitting almost everything here in the fourth, up around 58% from the field. And it's Ball in the corner. Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession.
Well, that's an example of two teammates on a different page. They're both looking at each other like, hey, what was going on there?
The Lakers making a switch here. Hart's checked in. The Thunder shooting has been just great so far, up at 56%. Here's George. That one misses. Good work defensively by Bryant. And here is Los Angeles now. Ingram with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Three-pointer. He can't hit that time. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. Here's George. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. George has got 9 points here in the second half. Now, here's Ball. He's guarded closely. This one for three. It's hauled in by Collison. Down low, here's George. A rebound by the Lakers. Ball with it. The pass to Hart. Singler brings the double team. And Bryant slams it in.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Fires from the wing. Another shot. And Johnson puts it in. Johnson's got 12 now in this quarter.
And every offensive board is an extra possession. If you're trying to compete from this far down, you cannot allow that.
I'll tell you, what an effort on the glass. Even with this lead, they're still going all out.
Collison against Bryant. Good work defensively by Bryant.
Boy, great job protecting the rim and turning an easy layup into a missed opportunity.
Ball kicks to Bryant. Poked loose. Here's Collison. And finished off by Collison.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, and he was so quick to break on that one. A good sign that he'd read the play.
Ferguson's checked in for Oklahoma City. Russell Westbrook comes in for George. And the Lakers also making a change. Tyler Ennis is checked in for Ball.
One shot. One shot.
Bryant, no good on the free throw. The Thunder shooting has been just great in the fourth quarter, 54%. Shoots from 14 and misses it off the right side of the rim.
Boy, just enough defensive attention to throw that shot off target.
Here's Ennis. And again, the Lakers, no good.
He needs to stop shooting the ball right now. This is hurting his team.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Oklahoma City.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Paul George.
Boy, his activity really stood out to me on the defensive end. He harassed ball handlers, came up with steals in transition. You had the feeling guys were looking over their shoulder, worried he was going to pick their pocket.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
I should probably indicate I had a kid in a party hat. I was the king of this Harlem man. When the young folks came getting out of
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Paul George.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. Brooke Lopez is checked in for Los Angeles. That one is off. And he's good on the second.
You know, he doesn't shrink the lead as much as he should have. That hurts a bit.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. Good on the three-point shot. Westbrook's got 40 points.
And saving their best for last. Tremendous run here to seal the win.
Well, this is exactly how you put teams away. Late game execution leads to a tremendous win.
It gets rebounded by Ennis. And now here's Ennis, the fast break opportunity. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
And racing up the court, you have a number of options and a great decision there.
I love how he took the initiative, right? You took charge of the opportunity and made the right decision.
Clark, that's good.
And guys, you got to ask, where was this effort when it mattered? The game's over now.
Right. Frustrating for sure, Greg. I don't think they'll be able to mount a comeback at this point.
Here's Ennis. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Paul. Congrats on the win. Where's your team's attitude right now?
Continue to, play together, and we can just stick to that. Keep working, staying confident, keep defending.
and knocking shots down, we'll be all right.
Looked like it all came together tonight, Paul. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldrich, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.